you could never imagine. I'm the realest. I'm giving it to you real and raw. Ain't no faking, ain't no fronting, ain't no none of that. Like I really understand it. You know what I mean? And only a certain percentage of people get it, but they hide it and they tuck it and they don't want to teach nobody. Well, that ain't me. You know what I mean? So it's very important. It's very critical that you start honing in on who you really are. It's pay attention to detail. Pay attention to the things that's going on around you. Be open minded about the people, places, things, and situations. Okay, because this stuff is not just happening. Things is just not random. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? We talking about the mind. We talking about the mind. We talking about being in the presence of billions of billions of billions of the most sophisticated species that roam the earth, humans. We are the control. We are the brain. So ain't nothing just sometimes happening by happenstance. The mind is creating what you see in reality. So it's hard to grip, but it is what it is. But you have that same creativity in you. You were able to sit somewhere and envision what you want your reality and how you see the world. But your actions got to be applied, and once you apply your actions and understand your power and your capabilities that you could do that, then you can do anything and everything you want to do. And you have the free will and the choice to do so. But we abuse it with our braggadocious, flamboyant, ignorant connotation and thinking. So the personality of who you are plays a major part because a lot of things I understand is, how can I say this? I don't want to say, well, yeah, it's passed down. It's passed down to you. So I can't never judge people because people only can live at the level that they've been taught. So, a lot of us, and I know for me growing up, I wasn't instilled with understanding the different fabrics and forces of life and institutions and different cultures and religions and all that. I wasn't taught up. I wasn't brought up to understand none of that. I wasn't brought up to understand self reflections and stuff like that. And so what I seen and what I was taught is shaped and molded my personality. And when it did that, it stripped me from the true essence of who I was supposed to be because of the simple fact that I didn't understand and I was mimicking and I was uh, doing things that was considered someone else's ideas, someone else's dreams, not my own. Not that I was a follower. It was how my family raised me, how we grew up. You know what I mean? You instilled with certain things, you was taught certain things. And a lot of these principles, and like I said, a lot of these things that I was taught, these morals and ethics, they was wrong. They weren't right. And it stripped me from my personality. Because like, coming up around my uncles and some of my family, you gotta be hard, you gotta be tough. But what if you just quite naturally born with a humble spirit, soft spirit? But here it is, you've been shaped and molded to be angry, to be tough, to be, what I mean, just this person who just want to fly off the hinges from 1 to 10. Like this is what you was programmed to do. But deep down inside, you know what I mean, that ain't you. And so when you start growing and you start evolving, that stuff got to come out. It got to come out, and it shows. Some people may get it like, oh, he's sweet, or oh, she's nice, or the other people like, no, no, they own one. They really that. They really about that. You know what I mean? Because it got to come out in some way, but you try to suppress it because you trying to keep a hold up on this image and up on these morals and principles that was passed down to you, that's stripping you from your true identity. So now you can't operate in the true essence of who you was meant to be. So that's gonna set you back because you're not walking your true path. You're not doing the things that you want to do. You're not being your own creator. Your mind is being a waste. It's laying dormant inside your brain. You're not using it correctly. You're not using it correctly. And some of this stuff is not fault to us. Some of this stuff not fault to us. It's not. Like I say, it's a higher emotion going on. It's a higher emotion that's going on to distract you from focusing on yourself. There's all type of things around us that's having dominoes effects, that having all type of attention. I call it attention grabbing. If I can catch your attention, I can keep you focused and focusing on who you are and what you are capable of doing. If I give you these vices, if I give you these desires, if I give you this fame, if I give you this money, you lose yourself. You lose yourself in all this. You never get to understand this. You'll never get to understand where this is going and what it's about. Because you're content with the fame. You're content with the money. Your desires it has so much stuff has your attention. You're not giving yourself the ability to comprehend who you are and what you're capable of. And so, like I say, personality plays a major part in that because you got to get your personality in order. You really, really got to know your capabilities. You really, really got to have a vision and understand what you want and knowing that you can attain that and that you are a creator, that you're the creator.